Hey everybody, welcome back. So, take two for us.
Yeah.
I'm having some technical difficulties with Thomas's chapters. So I don't remember... Stuff happened. Oh, you know one thing that did happen in one of the failed recordings is we missed an issue, so hopefully we won't miss it this time. So we read issue 1 already. We missed issue 2. I don't know when it happened.
So yeah, we know it happened sometime between now and when we ended the recording that didn't take. So
Yeah, so I'll keep an eye on that. At least I know what I'm doing for the most part this time. Although it's been a week since
yeah,
we've had so much going on, goodness.
yeah, it's been kind of crazy.
Alright. Cecile, what's up? I'm so relieved that creepy counselor left.
So he did. Lucky thing.
What's the matter, Thomas?
Well, I hope that's the end of it.
I hope so too. Okay, so if I recall correctly, we need to leave before something else happens, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, for once we actually know what we're doing. Let's organize a party. Bring a girlfriend. And Mel. And Kenji. Helper likes watching Kenji.
He is so ridiculous. He's like that gym, coach that you just are like cringing at every time you see him.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And we're gonna make a short, well, not really a short trip, but we're gonna go to Viña del Exe. And Icon's got a fun story to share with everybody
Oh
on
god.
the way there.
Yeah. So talking about trade cities and stuff like that. So yeah, this is. Smappy says fun story. It's not really a fun story, but it's a weird story.
It was interesting the first time I heard it, and I was like, oh my gosh, when the recording failed, I was like, you gotta tell it again.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so let's hear. It's currently early February is when we're recording this. In early January, we ordered a cabinet on eBay. And so it was going to be a cabinet we're going to use for some media storage. So the room that is currently our media room at my house is going to become the nursery now that we have a kid on the way. And so all the media stuff needs to move out. So all the DVDs and stuff need to move out. So we ordered this cabinet, and we ordered from somebody who was going to ship it to us faster because we wanted it to get here so we could start cleaning things up. And we got the order confirmation from eBay. They said the tracking number would be coming soon. Then it didn't. We were like, well, that's okay. I mean, the guy has like 7,200 positive reviews over the course of 15 years, so we're not worried. Whatever. And so a week goes by, and it was supposed to have arrived, and it didn't. And we're like, well, that's weird. But the guy has 7,200 good reviews. Like, surely it's just a little blip in the radar type of thing, right? So we waited a few more days, and still nothing came in. So now we're like 10 days past when we ordered it, and 3 days past the due date. And so we emailed the guy, and we're like, hey, where's the item? No response. And we're like, well, that's weird. So then we wait a couple more days, and we get a helpful email reminder from him. Please leave me some good feedback. I really appreciate good feedback. If there's a problem, let me know. And we're like, hey dude, there's a problem. So we wait for an email, and still nothing comes in. So finally, now like 10 days after it's supposed to have arrived, we file a complaint via eBay, like file a dispute. And so we just lay it all out. They have a record of our communication with him. They can see that he hasn't communicated a tracking number. Should be pretty obvious what's going on. And so eBay just says, hey, wait until January 25th, and then we'll rule on it at that point if we haven't heard from the seller. And so we're like, okay. And then the morning of the 25th rolls around, and in the span of about 10 minutes, we get 3 emails. The first one's from eBay saying, hey, your tracking number's here. Here it is. And then 3 minutes later, we get an email that says, hey, the seller has asked that we rule on the dispute. And we're like, oh, okay, I guess he gave us the tracking number, so there's no more dispute because it's on its way. And then a couple minutes later, we get an email from eBay that says, hey, we've ruled on the dispute in the seller's favor because the item has already been delivered. We're like, what? What do you mean the item has already been delivered? Like, no, it hasn't. Like, there's not a cabinet on our porch. It's like we didn't miss this.
We didn't check. We didn't see it in the mailbox either.
Yeah. So we look at the tracking information, and yeah, exactly what Smappy just said. The tracking information says that the item was delivered to our mailbox on January 6th. And we're like, okay, it's the 25th now, so that's 19 days ago, and I'm pretty sure a cabinet, like a 4-foot tall cabinet, did not fit into our mailbox. It's like a slot in a bank of mailboxes for the neighborhood, you know? And I'm like,
oh, it's a community mailbox.
yeah, it's a community mailbox. Yeah, we don't even have like our own individual ones here. So I was like, maybe they meant that they put it on the porch and they just like wrote down the wrong information. I mean, the postal service has done stuff like this before by accident. Maybe they have it there at the postal service. So first thing that morning, like before I go into work even, we're over at the post office at the claims desk saying, hey, what happened to our stuff? And so we go, here's the tracking number that the seller gave us. We ordered some furniture. What happened to it? And the guy goes, what's your address again? So we give him our address, and he goes, oh yeah, I didn't go there. And we're like, well, who's our furniture? And he's like, it got delivered to such and such on such and such street. It's like a few miles from us. And he's like, it's the Cracker Barrel over on Briarcrest. We're like, what? Cracker Barrel has our cabinet? And he's like, wait. We're like, what? He's like, you said you ordered a cabinet? We're like, yeah, we ordered a cabinet. Like, it was a big piece of furniture. You know, probably flat packed or something like IKEA style, but, you know, yeah, it's a big piece of furniture. He goes, no. Cracker Barrel didn't get a cabinet. Cracker Barrel got, like, a padded envelope, like a manila envelope from Amazon. And he goes, we're like, what? He flips the screen around and shows us. And apparently, whenever the U.S. Postal Service delivers mail that's tracked, I guess, they actually scan the barcode, and when they scan the barcode, it takes a picture. And so they had a picture of the package that got delivered to Cracker Barrel, and it clearly has our tracking number on it, quote-unquote our tracking number, and it shows, you know, delivered to Cracker Barrel, and you can see it's like an Amazon padded, you know, envelope. And I'm just like, what the heck? Like, so we're like, can you give us anything as proof, like, that this is what's going on? Because this is just so ridiculous. I don't think eBay's going to believe us. And so he actually prints off a picture for us of it. And he cuts off some identifying info. But yeah, so we have the picture of our tracking number on the front of a manila envelope from Amazon to Cracker Barrel. And I'm just like, what in the world? So we go back to eBay with this information, and I go to dispute the resolution that had been, or go to dispute the decision, and they're like, sorry, the matter's closed. But then, like, at the very bottom, in some little tiny text, it says, if you want to appeal, click here. And so I clicked the appeal text, and it took me to a page and basically said, you have to call us now. Like, there's no more emailing back and forth. Like, you got to call us, and you must have new evidence, like a police report or something else. And so I gave him a call, and in the meantime, we looked at the tracking information again, and I noticed that at the very bottom of the tracking information on the Postal Service website, it said which service it was shipped with, and it was shipped as Parcel Select Lightweight. Which I discovered was for packages under 1 pound. So I was like, okay. So I called them up, and I'm like, hey, so go look at the tracking information. They're like, I'm like, yeah, see how it says it was delivered to our mailbox? And they're like, yeah, that's a little bit unusual for a cabinet. I'm like, yeah. And then look at the bottom there where it says it was Parcel Select Lightweight. I was like, that's for 1 pound or less. And they're like, so there's some discrepancies here with what the tracking information says. We'll go ahead and reopen this for you, and we'll need you to fill out the IC3 forms. And once you fill out the IC3 forms, we'll go ahead and process your refund. And so I'm like, great, like that's wonderful. Because we've been going back and forth on this now for 3 weeks. And so I'm like, I don't know what these IC3 forms are. Maybe I should look these things up and see what this is about. So I look it up. IC3 stands for the FBI's Internet Criminal, or Cyber Criminal Complaint Center, or something, or Internet Criminal Complaint Center. Basically, I'm going to be filing criminal charges against somebody or criminal complaint against somebody for their activities online. And I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting to be filing criminal charges, basically, against somebody, but I was like...
For a cabinet.
Yeah, for a cabinet, right? But anyway, so I have no idea what's going on with that. So I eventually filled out the IC3 forms and then sent them into eBay. Well, the way you have to send them into eBay at this point, like, wants to make it as painful as possible. You have to take a screenshot of the form that you sent to the FBI. And they were like, it should probably take like 3 or 4 screenshots. Like, you'll have to scroll down and take another screenshot and scroll down and take another screenshot. We want you to stitch them together in Paint. Like, they specifically said in Paint. And it should only take like 3 or 4 screenshots. It took like 15.
Oh my gosh.
Like, the form was way longer than they were suggesting. And so I was stitching all this stuff together before work one day. Like, trying to make it all work. And eventually got it all sent off to them. Well, they eventually did finally process our refund. And I was like, finally, it's done. And then I look at the fine print on the refund. message, and it says, you know, we'll send it back to you. If you paid via PayPal, we'll just give it back to you in your PayPal account. Well, we didn't pay via PayPal. We paid via credit card. And it said if you paid via some other means, we'll refund it to your PayPal account. And I read it as, we'll refund it to the PayPal account associated with your name. Well, that was a concern because we did it with my wife's account, and her PayPal account was still in her maiden name, not in her married name. And so for 2 days, we didn't see anything come through the PayPal account. And then 3 days, and then 4 days.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, oh no. And so I looked back at the message, and it said, if you don't have a PayPal account, here are the steps you can go through. Basically what they said was, we'll go ahead and put it into a PayPal account in your name, even if you don't have one. Here's how you can register for your name and then claim those funds.
No.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, so after everything else, I'm having to do this. Anyway, in the end, it turns out I misread one thing, though. It didn't say in your name, it said in your email address. And for some reason, I misremembered it. And so thankfully, the email addresses were the same between them. So they refunded it eventually a couple of days later, and it went through to our bank account finally. So everything's good now at this point. We got back our money. And then today, in fact, the follow-up to it is we were very gun-shy about going back to eBay to buy it again after that, as you might imagine.
Yeah.
So we finally went back to eBay, and we were looking around, and everybody else that had this particular cabinet was more expensive. And we went to Overstock.com and found the exact same cabinet for $50 less, shipped.
Yeah, I was saying, it's free shipping in Overstock.
Yeah, we were like, score! So we actually ended up saving $50 in the end. So I'm quite pleased with that, to say the least. So
Yeah, you save $50, but it took an extra month. That's okay.
yeah, it took an extra month, yeah. Which, yay, like the media room is still packed full of stuff. But we're slowly clearing out some other stuff in here, so it works. The other side of this, so we were like, okay, like, people need to know about the bad experience we had with this seller. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know if he got hacked and, like, some hacker is now using his account, like, trading on his good name to do bad things or what.
Yeah.
So we posted negative feedback, as you might expect, and immediately got an eBay email that basically said, hey, because you had a dispute with the seller, we're not going to let you post any feedback, sorry.
Oh!
And I'm
So
like,
that's how he's getting positive reviews?
I'm guessing that's how he's getting positive reviews, at least right now. Because I could have sworn after everything started going sour with us, I checked his reviews again. I thought I saw a couple of negative reviews on there that said details very similar to what we were going through at the time. Like fraudulent tracking numbers, you know, things like that.
He must have been hacked.
And then a couple of days later, none of those reviews were visible anymore. Like, they were all gone. And so I'm betting that a couple of people, like you said, I think he was hacked because this account has been around for like 15 years. So either he got hacked or he sold it to somebody disreputable.
Yeah.
But I think that's what happened. Legitimately, I don't expect that somebody could have maintained their eBay account for 15 years without eBay shutting them down if this sort of thing was going on constantly. Because eBay is losing money on this. Like, the way that eBay actually ruled on it in the end was not that they ruled in our favor. They ruled that the item was stolen in transit. For some reason. Which means that they basically eat the costs at that point, because they rule that it's neither of our faults, and it's part of their eBay price protection guarantee thing that they won't, that they're not going to charge us because of that. Oh, but the annoying thing about all this, for me, actually, was that at the very end of some of these emails, after they basically have acknowledged you've been victimized, eBay says, this is a one-time courtesy we're extending to you. We will not extend this courtesy again.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, excuse you? So you're basically saying that if somebody engages in criminal fraud against me, you're not going to keep to your guarantee anymore? So I'm just
it's a one-time guarantee.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so basically I get to be victimized once. Like, thanks?
I guess it's to teach you a lesson, don't use our product.
That's what's happened, basically. So we're never going to use my wife's account again, since that's associated with her eBay account. We might use my account again, but if I ever have an experience like that ever again, I mean, I think that would be the last time we would ever use eBay.
I rarely used eBay when I was younger, because that was a big place to get stuff, back in the day. Now you can get stuff from a lot more places than just eBay, but I don't know. I'm just not it's not that I don't trust people. It's just I'm a very nervous person, so a lot of times I just don't shop a lot online. Like right now, actually, I was trying to get craft wood for a project I'm working on, and I was like, I could order online, but reading all these people's reviews, you don't know how much you're gonna get. You don't know exactly what you're gonna get. Like, I was trying to order a piece of cardboard on Amazon that was 5 feet long. And somebody was selling a piece of cardboard 5 feet long, but everyone gave it bad reviews because they bent the cardboard when they shipped it. So, What? Anyways, so going back to Suikoden, because I hopefully that entertained everybody while I made that run. Because you know why do it off screen when I can make sure y'all are all watching? We ran off to Vigno de Dexay to get some grapes because this guy might want some. It's Bart's.
Who, me? See, I work in the field near here. That battle the other day sure made a mess of them. The vegetables I'd grown with such care were trampled so badly, I won't be able to sell them. Now, all I can make is mud stew. Is that so? Now, don't get all serious on me. What's done is done, and I have to go on. I'll get a job making another field flourish. Farming's my life, and I love it.
So we could say I wish you the best of luck, but nah, let's not say that.
You're in luck. There's a lot of open space around Buddhahook Castle. A farm would be a nice addition to the place. I've never heard of it. But if they have fields, I'm there. Soldiers in that last battle trampled everything. All I have left is this hoe. Now, if you had grapes, that might convince me.
Yeah, because giving me free land isn't enough.
Grapes? Oh yeah, I'd love a vineyard of my own, but I don't even have enough money to buy grapes to plant.
Oh, well, that's fortunate, because we just happen to have some grapes.
Whoa, grapes? You got some? Could they be for me? If I give these to you, will you agree to come?
You present the grape.
Oh, first you give me the grapes, then you want me to work in the fields? I feel like I should be the one begging you for this. There's no way I can refuse. What should I grow? What would you like to eat? Tomatoes, grapes, or melons? I can grow some really delicious ones.
I thought you wanted to grow grapes.
We'll share their juicy delights when they've ripened. I can't wait. Where is it again? Oh, good. It's not too far. All right, I'm going. Thanks.
Bart's has joined. Yay!
Bart's has joined.
Bye, Bart's. Yeah, so I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. One convention I went to, I dressed up as the masked bishop from this game, and there was a bunch of other Suikoden 3 characters, because Suikoden 3 was the most recent game at that time. And one girl had dressed up as Bart's. She really liked Bart's. It was kind of funny, and she was actually handing out. She had made little stuffed tomatoes, like she'd sewn them together, and she was handing them out to all the people who were dressed up as Suikoden characters.
Were they raw tomatoes?
Yes. It was a raw tomato. So I actually still have my tomato. It's in my collection trunk for Suikoden. But I always thought it was funny how much she loved Bart's, and I was like, that's pretty much, we've seen everything of Bart's already, so you don't meet too many people dressed up as minor characters. Of course, these days you probably don't see anyone dressed up from Suikoden.
At least not from Suikoden 3.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, like, there was a Game FAQs poll not that long ago about which Konami franchise should be brought back, and I think Suikoden was the top-rated one on the poll.
It was on there, yeah, I saw that.
Which kind of was surprising, because you don't really... I mean, it's fun, but it's not necessarily popular. Or at least I don't think of it as being a popular franchise compared to some that Konami has.
Well,
so for it to be the top-rated one was kind of awesome.
In Japan, Suikoden was extremely popular.
That's true, yeah.
It failed in the States, so, I mean, there's a pretty big following in Japan, and I think it's, over the years, it's kind of made its way here.
That's true. And Master Thomas!
Percival!
I heard he was young, but he's nothing but a boy. Can I help you? You must be Thomas, the master of Buddhahook Castle. I am. How can I be of service? I bring you news from the council. The first item concerns Durboom. On behalf of Commander Chris Lightfellow, Salome Haras has taken up the prosecution of Councillor Durboom.
Alright, so Haras. Harras.
Sorry, what was that you were saying?
I meant Haras, apparently.
Yeah, that's what you meant. Ross is the deputy commander of the Knights.
And the first time we recorded this section, I was very confused because I was like, wait, hey, how did they spell it? So I just wanted to double check that I'm not crazy this time. Well, not crazy about this.
The case is currently being reviewed.
Uh-oh, it's under review.
This is good news. Good news for all of us. They're also reviewing the alleged joint ownership of your land and leasing rights for this land.
See, I told you. There's nothing to be worried about.
Well, I said it was under review.
6 months from now. What do you mean there's nothing to be worried about?
Plus, I relay a decision handed down by the council. Thomas, master of Buddha Hoop Castle. Yes? As of noon tomorrow, you, Thomas, shall be removed from your position as master of this castle.
No!
What? It means you're only the master until noon tomorrow.
What? Why? Who says?
I am delivering the message, not the story behind it. But my father, that man. We'll come for you tomorrow at noon. You'd best get ready. You're going back to Vinedel Zexe.
We just came from there.
I can't. This castle needs me. Not anymore. We're proclaiming this common land as Zexan Federation territory. The council has made its decision.
Stupid council.
This can't be. This castle was given to me by my father.
That man.
Thomas, your father, Councillor Loma, has decided to disown you. He no longer recognizes you as his son.
So, didn't he only find out recently that Thomas was his son?
Yeah,
So, he had a son for what, like 2 months?
basically. I'm sorry. My own father?
Aw, poor Thomas. At least you still have your girlfriend. And all these other people.
All of whom love you
Until-
without exception.
Until noon tomorrow. Not to worry, I'm here to ensure everyone's safety. No more wrinkled brows, okay? Talk is cheap. Do you really think you can defeat all those guys out there? Jeez, Juan. Way to bring down the mood.
No kidding. Master, do you have any last-minute ideas?
Why ask him? He won't be master much longer. We're running out of luck and time. We've got to revert to how things were. We'll have to sell our valuables to pay off our debts. Then we'll resume our simple, quiet lives. Hungry and broke. If this is going to be Zexan territory, they'll probably help us out with funding, at least a little. Besides, we might get some rich kid as our next castle master.
Juan. It's not going to be that easy.
Ooh. If you don't shut your mouth right now, I'll shut it for you. Thomas is the master of this castle. I want it to stay that way. Yeah, our woman's fighting for us. Right, sorry. He's still the castle master until noon tomorrow. That's not what I meant. Aww.
It's okay, Cecile. Stop it.
No, I won't.
It's all right. We've worked together so hard to get this far. Let's not end in a fight.
Sorry, I thought I had to sneeze. And, huh? It's hard to imagine. Excuse me, I sneezed anyway.
You did have to sneeze.
I guess I did, it's just delayed. Alright, let's go check the newspaper.
So what I'm hearing is that there's a high latency in your sneezes.
I guess so. It's because I wanted to sneeze, it wouldn't let me at the time. Oh, here we go! Issue 2. Previous owner of the Star Dragon Sword. Questions from war participants. Some of the participants in the Placebo Unification War, which is the second game, are questioning the owner of the Star Dragon Sword. Hold on, wait a minute. Who's here that was part of the Unification War?
Lots of people. Maybe they just weren't involved in the actual game.
Okay. Questioning the owner of the Star Dragon Sword. The Star Dragon Sword is known as Edge's sword, and it speaks human languages. It is said that it was owned by the Captain Victor, who took part in the Seven Unification War?
Huh?
Okay. That's what it says. Anyways, in response to our inquiries, Edge stated, an important person asked me to keep it. There are rumors that there is some kind of close relationship between the two owners. According to a source, the truth has yet to be revealed.
Interesting.
It's hard for me to tell the difference between commas and periods in this text. So I'm pretty sure I read that very badly, but I'm kind of glad that the recording failed, because that was actually really interesting.
So what I'm hearing is Edge is Victor's son. It's been confirmed.
That can't possibly be it.
Edge is Victor's grandson?
I think Edge is... I was gonna say victim.
Reading is the best thing on lonely nights.
Oh. Oh, he's letting us read books we've gotten. Can we read... you know what? I'm not gonna read this right now, because we're gonna read these later.
I was gonna say, we're gonna swing back around, I'm sure, and read the whole thing.
Yeah, we always do that. We always have a few videos where we go through the whole castle and do everything.
I know, just like Richmond.
Shut up! I think we just need to go to bed. We don't need to talk to anybody, correct? Not yet. I'm going to bed.
I think I'll go to bed. After all, tomorrow I'll be...
Thomas.
I just can't sleep.
Well, we can't sleep. Let's just go wake everyone else up. Okay. And I think the newspaper changes again. Oh no, it doesn't. Somehow we just missed that. I don't think there's anybody in here. Hold on, go back. Didn't mean to go through the door.
So my recollection is that it won't let you go to any place that is like a waste of your time, or a complete waste of your time.
Right, but I remember, I thought IK was in here.
Mm-hmm. You're working awfully late, IK. Researching something? Yes. What is it? I'm looking into this common land issue. Why now? Isn't it too late now? I always finish what I start. Very thorough. Best of luck. Thank you very much. You're welcome?
Wow, I can't believe I found the door. Let's see. I think there's 2 more people to talk to.
So many peoples to talk to.
Oh, hey, Sebastian.
Mr. Sebastian, what are you doing at this hour? Oh, hello, Thomas. I hope I didn't wake you. I couldn't sleep anyway. What are you up to? I was just preparing the journal for you to make your entry. With all this fighting, I just haven't been on top of it. Journal? I'm leaving tomorrow, so why do you have to do that? Good question. One never knows, does one? Tomorrow's another day, and all that. Huh? Never mind. So, I still have some work left to do.
Oh, okay. Bye, Sebastian. Oops. Didn't mean to turn there. I meant to turn up here. Ah, camera! Oh, hey, Muto. Staring at that hole in the wall.
What are you doing?
Oh, Thomas! I'm fixing the wall here. If you're going to fight again.
Muto, don't worry. All this will end when I leave this castle. You'll all go back to your normal lives.
Oh, you mean you want to leave? Well, of course not. I'll say that.
Yeah. Of course not.
See, I knew you were staying. Got to fix these walls. You'd better get to bed right away. You wouldn't want to catch a cold.
Right. Sure.
I never noticed this before. Can I get... Hold on. Oh, you can't see it.
The bones on...
He had... Let me think through my words. On the belt strap that goes over his shoulder, he has like a clasp. Oh, you can't see it. But the hook that goes through the hole on that clasp is shaped like a bone. I have never noticed that. You guys have to rewind and look at it. It was amazing. Like, it's not amazing, but it was a good attention to detail that I didn't expect.
Yeah, I was gonna say the blue stripe across his chest has dog bones kind of stitched into it.
Yeah. Okay, I think there's one more, but I think it's when we try to go to bed. Just check. I'm gonna keep checking this.
Hot off the presses if they updated it this late.
It's our woman's.
Oh, Cecile. What are you doing at this hour?
Thomas, there was something I wanted to ask you. Is she gonna ask us to go out with us, finally? After we're leaving?
So, what did you want to ask me?
Do you honestly plan on surrendering your title here?
What choice do I have? Oh, right.
So we could say there's nothing I can do, or it's not a voluntary decision. What do you think, the first one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that one sounds better.
It's not a voluntary decision. I'd do anything to stay here, but
But
it's already been decided that I'm not going to be the castle master. So, I won't have anything to do with you or the Zexan Federation.
Then why did you become the master of this castle in the first place? Wasn't it your choice to come here?
Cecile.
Didn't you come here for us?
I wish. Before I came here, I'd never heard of Budahook Castle. I was actually forced to become the castle master here, and I wasn't too happy about it.
Well, why wouldn't you want to come here? Guilt trip.
I was happy living with my mother in the northern outlands, but she died about 3 months before I came here.
Oh.
There was no one left to watch over me, so from her deathbed, she confessed who my real father was.
You know, I was thinking about this after the last time we tried recording this. Oh my gosh, I never noticed everyone hiding off in the corner.
Neither did I.
That was not what I was going to say. But I was just thinking about this. Why on earth would she... I mean, that counselor must have been a completely different person in the past, because I couldn't imagine anybody with that guy.
He was the guildmaster of all the Zexan Federation's merchant guilds.
Oh, never mind. He sounded like he was worse back in the day.
She told me to go tell the council who I was, so I'd be assured a decent life. That's why I came to the Zexan Federation. I could have survived in the Outlands, but I wanted to see my father's face just once. Can you blame me?
Oh, poor Thomas.
Well, my mother told me to come here with this letter.
Oh yes, I remember something about that. So you finally made it, eh? Come to think of it, I know a castle without a master. Oh, what was the name of it? Oh, never mind, I'll think of it and make the arrangements. I'll appoint you master of that castle. You won't be any trouble there.
Master of a castle?
That's what he thinks. Once I finish the arrangements, could you leave Vinny Elizexay immediately? It wouldn't be good for you to wander about here.
Yes, sure.
Well, this gets rid of 2 problems at once. How fortunate.
Oh.
Poor Thomas.
My father wasn't too happy to see me. He wanted me as far from Vinny del Zexay as possible. What better way than to make me master of a remote castle?
Sorry.
I had no idea what to do, and I still don't. I can't live up to your expectations.
Thomas. Uh-oh. Okay. It always makes me nervous when the screen goes black. Alright, this seems like a good stopping point, so we'll see you guys next time when we, not become Castle Master any longer. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.